This is ABC7 News at 11, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good evening, I'm Haley Wilgus. Thank you for joining us tonight. Our top story this evening, a Northport man is out of the hospital and recovering after being shot by his wife. Northport police say Holly Fisher shot her husband and then turned the gun on herself. Jason Chase Fisher survived the shooting, suffering injuries to his hand and chest. Police are still investigating and won't say for sure if it was an accident. Fisher is now at home recovering, and he spoke to ABC7 today by phone and said he does believe the incident was an accident. He says he doesn't believe his wife meant to shoot him or herself. His mother-in-law agrees and says the family will remember Holly for her kindness.
For the rest of our lives, there won't be one moment that we don't remember her. Her brother, our dad and I, her husband, her kids. We'll never forget her for one moment of our lives.
Fisher was a social studies teacher at Heron Creek Middle School. Grief counselors were at the school today helping students and faculty. Details continue to surface surrounding the former Sarasota County Sheriff's deputy arrested for allegedly committing 25 crimes, including attempted murder. ABC7 has obtained a recording of the detective interview with a woman who says she paid Frankie Bybee thousands of dollars in exchange for sexual favors. In the interview, the unidentified woman detailed their sexual encounters, but she says Bybee wasn't just being paid for sex. She says she also gave him lavish gifts.
The TV has hanging in his living room is from me. The watch he wears is from me. His iPads and his iPhones were all from me.
The interview went on for more than an hour about interactions she says that have been going on since 2010. She says she does think Bybee is capable of exploiting a person for money, but she questions the violent charges against him, including attempted murder. Drivers heading onto Holmes Beach will soon be forced to slow down. The speed limit has recently been decreased in certain parts of the city. ABC7's Rick Adams is joining us live tonight with more from the entrance onto Holmes Beach. Rick.
Yeah, Haley, the speed limit here has been reduced from 35 to 25. It's something that's been receiving a lot of mixed reaction. There's no missing the new speed limit signs getting onto Holmes Beach and off it. The speed limit has been reduced from 45 miles per hour to 35 miles per hour on the bridge connecting Holmes Beach with Perico Island, and from 35 miles per hour to 25 miles per hour once you enter Holmes Beach. Jim has lived on Holmes Beach for 30 years, and he's someone who does a lot of driving. He tells us he opposes the speed limit change.
It's not going to change anything. That 10 miles an hour, it's just going to slow. It's going to slow things down more. So I don't think, 25 or 35 is a big difference when it comes to safety.
The new signs were put into place 2 weeks ago by the Florida Department of Transportation following a request from the Holmes Beach police chief and after a traffic analysis done by FDOT. Perico Island resident Luke Norris had just come back from a fishing excursion with his buddies. He's in support of the lower speed limit.
I think that might be a better thing for people to drive to this island because I've walked across that bridge and they've been driving. I've seen people drive very fast over that, and that's dangerous.
One of the main reasons the speed limit was reduced is because of safety. For Holmes Beach resident Mark Costello and others, they tell us the slower speed limit makes it even more challenging to get around, especially during season.
I wasn't too thrilled because I thought it was slow enough to begin with, in my honest opinion. But yeah, I think the residents, they already have to deal with enough traffic.
An open forum on this speed limit issue will take place Tuesday night at 6 o'clock at Holmes Beach City Hall. And the police chief tells us he won't be commenting on this until after tomorrow night's commissioners meeting. Reporting live from Holmes Beach, I'm Rick Adams. Haley, back to you.
Thank you, Rick. Drawbridges on the Suncoast may delay traffic less frequently. The U.S. Coast Guard is looking for public feedback on some proposed changes. It's considering the draw at some local bridges to only open twice per hour instead of 3 times. The Stickney Point and Siesta bridges would open on the hour and the half hour between 6 a.m. and 7 p.m. The Cortez and Ann Maria bridges would open on the 15 and 45-minute mark of every hour between 6 a.m. and 7 p.m. To find out where you can submit some feedback on this, just visit our website, mysuncoast.com. And now for a check on our forecast, let's head over to Bob.
Pretty warm right now. Temperatures are still very mild this hour. We have some low clouds and some fog forming too. High pressure still the dominating weather factor over the southeast, keeping skies clear along the Carolinas all the way down into Georgia and for the most part North Florida. There is a frontal boundary, a weak one at that. You can see some of the cloudiness associated with it right across central Florida. Not much of a cold front. It's for the most part now stationary, and winds are becoming more zonal with it and parallel with it, so we're not expecting it to blow on through and cool us down. 67 degrees, pretty warm right now, some clouds around, and the dew point temperature up there, relative humidity 90% right now. Winds out of the northwest at 5, so it is thick out there, and we are expecting the possibility of some fog forming throughout the overnight hours. Temperatures right now in some key cities, upper 60s from Anna Maria all the way down into Venice and Minnesota Beach now at 68, 65 in Port Charlotte, Northport at 65, and Lakewood Ranch at 67 degrees. Well, much more on your forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Back to you.
Thank you, Bob. It looks like Tom Barwin will continue working as the city manager for the city of Sarasota. Barwin was considering a city manager position in Reno, Nevada, and had planned to travel there over President's Day weekend. But today, city officials announced Barwin now plans to withdraw from the Reno city manager selection process. In a statement he sent to Reno, Barwin writes that the timing is not conducive to a move, and there are several major projects underway in Sarasota that need more nurturing before handing them off. If you are dreading Valentine's Day tomorrow because you'll be spending it alone, maybe you've been looking for love and you just can't seem to find it. Well, ABC7's Linda Carson may have the solution.
Jill and Stuart are celebrating their first wedding anniversary, and they are very much in love.
We have a great relationship.
That's a wonderful thing.
She's very supportive. She's wonderful. So I'm very happy.
But before they met, they were getting pretty frustrated in their search for love.
I tried JDate and I tried Match, and people fixed me up, and it just wasn't working for me. The connection wasn't there. The quality of the person just wasn't there.
There are actually a lot of nuts on the online dating services, and I got tired of it. People that are on these dating services that post false information, false pictures, and I mean, I actually had a stalker, believe it or not.
And so they each turned to a matchmaker. Now, there is a financial commitment.
You pay some good money, and it's really worth it because you know these people are serious and they really want a relationship or something. They're just not looking for a one-night stand.
Matchmakers say they offer multiple plans for under $10,000, depending on the services you choose. Here's how a matchmaker works. Each client is checked out thoroughly.
We do background checks on everybody. So, you know, when you're meeting somebody online, they might say they're a doctor, but really they're unemployed. One of our relationship specialists will interview you, and it takes about an hour and a half. And we're going to learn all about your past relationships and what didn't work, so that those are the things that we're going to avoid in the future.
Jill, like many applicants, went in with a checklist of exactly what she wanted in a man.
I didn't exactly qualify for her checklist because she was looking for somebody 5'9", which I used to be. And up, but I'm now 5'8".
And they call me. Usually if it doesn't meet your qualifications or doesn't meet the profile, they'll call you up and say, okay, we have a great guy. He matches everything except for one thing. I'm like, okay, what is it? Well, he's only 5'8". I'm like, okay, forget it.
But her matchmaker encouraged her to put aside that one requirement and meet Stuart anyway.
Sometimes that person is going to come in an unexpected package that ends up being the love of your life. Maybe Prince Charming looks totally different from what you thought they were going to look like.
And as you get ready to meet your blind date, the matchmaker team will continue working with you.
You also have the option of having a dating coach, which is really helpful to give you tips on dating. A lot of people, you know, come in and they haven't dated in many, many years. Maybe they've just gotten divorced. So it's good to learn what it's like now and how to, you know, to dress and act on your first date. And then I'm going to match you up, and you'll meet on a blind date.
Their clients range from their 30s to their 80s.
And we've even had a 90-year-old man come in, and, you know, you're never too old to want to be in love.
After each date, the matchmaker will check with you.
And they called me after the first date and said, how'd it go? I said, it was wonderful. They asked me if I wanted to meet other women. I said, no, I think I'd like to get to know this one.
And as Jill and Stuart got to know each other, they were both soon sure theirs is a match made in heaven.
Oh, we're having a great time.
It's easy.
It's easy, yes. That's well put. It's easy. When it's right, it's easy.
It's so
That's
easy.
exactly.
So you're happy?
I'm waiting for our first fight. Just like
Linda Carson, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Linda. And here are some tips that the matchmakers have given their clients. Number 1, be positive. Number 2, be on time. Number 3, put your best foot forward and dress and act like this is the date that is important to you. Sounds more like a job interview, but okay. Maybe it works. There are several matchmakers here on the Suncoast. For details on how to contact them, visit our website, mysuncoast.com. And straight ahead, Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with the official Suncoast forecast. Plus, Canada's Prime Minister at the White House, how the meeting went between the two leaders with very different views on immigration. Plus, special deliveries see the beginning of a very big project for a church on Siesta Key.
The official Suncoast Storm team at ABC7. We're here for you.
Thanks to my volunteer, I am a better reader.
Thanks to my volunteer, math seems simple now.
Thanks to my volunteer, I discovered new career goals.
I'm a volunteer for Sarasota County Schools, so I know I can make a difference. And you can too. Give an hour, change a life.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School, serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
In town? On the town. The Mark offers landmark living in the center of everything you love about Sarasota. Priced from the 700s, spacious residences and elevated club-level amenities create a private oasis in the sky. Promenade shopping and dining put the best of downtown downstairs. Sales gallery open daily at the corner of Pineapple and State Street just south of Maine. The Mark, Sarasota. Presented by Coulter.
Come out to the best party of the season, the Goodwill Mardi Gras Gala on February 28th at Michael's on E. Tickets at experiencegoodwill.org.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Well, Bob, this weekend was great.
Yes.
I think everyone loved it.
They did, and I tell you, we have a big day tomorrow, obviously Valentine's Day. A lot of people will be going out and enjoying their evening for the most part with a dinner. Looks to be okay. We have a chance for some showers, not until really Wednesday, but we could see some fog. That'll be the biggest concern tomorrow morning. Well, beautiful day today. Van Ways a webcam showing Sarasota Bay out there. Calm conditions and relatively quiet conditions for the sunset tonight from Nokomis. Jack Waters, just as the sun was dipping below the horizon there, and nice shot from Nokomis. This one from Sunset Point. Fred Seeger getting a little bit of perspective there with some pines in the foreground. The forecast is calling for some rain later on this week, not so much tomorrow, and that's a result of a large area of high pressure which is situated over the southeast right now. There are a few showers with a frontal boundary to the south of us now. That front is for the most part stationary. This is the next system, which will give us some showers, I think, on Wednesday late in the day as a result of a front working down with this system. Now it will continue to move off to the northeast, and we won't see the bulk of the precipitation, but we will see some. Now, there were a few sprinkles around, but not much. These low clouds can sometimes produce a few sprinkles, so we'll keep that in the forecast during the early morning hours. Not enough to accumulate, though. And as far as the satellite and radar picture goes, you can just see a thin line of clouds right there. That's the actual front, so there's not much to it. And the upper level winds are going to be running parallel with the front, so it's not going to get much push further southward. So the warm temperatures will stick around, too. We're not going to get a big drop in temperatures, but that next one that comes through late Wednesday will cool us down, and we'll see significant cooling, well, at least back down to average for high temperatures in the low 70s across the region on Thursday. Right now, it's warm, 67. We have those clouds around right now. The dew point is way up there. Winds out of the northwest at 5. The pressure is on the rise, 30.05 inches, and the high today was warm, 77. We'll be into the mid-70s again tomorrow. Our normal high at 73. The record, look at that, 86 set back in 1959. This morning's low was 60, and we'll be again close to that number to start things off tomorrow. No rainfall to report, and looks like it'll stay dry too throughout the day on Tuesday. Temperatures across the region: Braden and you're at 67, and the same now in Sarasota and Arcadia, 65 in Northport, 68 in Venice. The wind forecast does call for, as I said, some fog to be around, but then we'll see very light winds tomorrow, anywhere from 5 miles an hour, it looks like. For the most part, and then maybe picking up with that sea breeze in the afternoon coming out of the west. Well, the RPM forecast model shows that front situated right over the top of us. Some clouds around, some fog in the morning. That fog moves on, and then we start to see the sea fog rolling. That's what happens when you have a front approaching this time of year. That warm, moist southwesterly flow will bring in some of that sea fog. Could be rather thick, and then here comes the front. This is at Wednesday at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And showers, at least depicted by this particular model, just to the north and west of us. They blow on through. There's some residual moisture behind it, so we'll keep a chance for showers in Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday night, and then by Thursday, it will be gone, but it will turn breezy and much cooler with highs only into the upper 60s to low 70s. Well, the nor'easter is for the most part over, and the central U.S., this is where the next storm is developing. There'll be another rain event for California. It's not going to be a real big one, but it's going to cause problems there, and we'll be watching that dam for sure. 39 degrees in Minneapolis, 37 in Chicago, 48 now in Atlanta, 58 degrees in Dallas. And as far as the boaters are concerned, not much wind out there for your sails. Winds out of the east, turning to the west at around 5 knots. Seas 1 to 2 feet, and a light chop out there. Water temperature at 69 degrees. UV index a 7, so a mixture of sun and clouds with some fog in the morning. The forecast tides 154 for the next high tide. Low tide will be at 9:05. Some fog, increasing clouds, some sprinkles as well. 60 for a low. Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone. Some morning fog, 77, and the extended forecast is calling for a 50% chance for late day showers Wednesday night, and then cooler on Thursday and Friday. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. We do have some breaking news. National Security Advisor Michael Flynn has resigned. He resigned tonight after it was revealed he had misled Vice President Mike Pence and other top White House officials about his conversations with the Russian ambassador to the United States. That's according to a person close to the Trump administration. This is a developing story, and we'll bring you the latest as it becomes available. A chapel on Siesta Key is one step closer to making new music for worshipers. Siesta Key Chapel Presbyterian Church receiving pieces for a brand new organ from all the way up in Ohio today. Its current organ is only about 20 years old, but it's starting to deteriorate. Its search committee met with organ builders from all over the U.S. and Canada and found just what it was looking for in the Shantz Organ Company. Today, all of the pipes and hundreds of parts arrived by truck, and the installers are preparing for some potential challenges.
Just that it fits the given space, given all the dimensions work correctly, and that the acoustics are right.
A crew is putting together the organ. The total process of assembling and voicing each pipe will take about a month. Sports is next, but first, here's Jimmy Kimmel.
Here's a look at tonight's show.
Now, Jimmy believes that he's the father of Molly's baby, but Matt says he's a baby daddy.
There's a whole new way to bank with Achieva Checking Plus. You get new features like cell phone protection for 3 phones, plus an interest-bearing account. And that's good to know. Discover all the benefits at AchievaCU.com. Achieva, banking for good. Achieva Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA.
Tomorrow at 4 on Suncoast View.
I'm Stephanie Roberts. On Suncoast View, we head outside with SoCo Club Sports to get competitive, plus a local Kickstarter innovation and Blue Mangrove in the kitchen.
Tomorrow at 4 on Suncoast View.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her so I could call and thank them. And she's doing fine. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
When you fall and cannot get up, an accident can turn into a tragedy. But with Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast. Life Alert saves a person from a catastrophe every 10 minutes.
Life Alert is a lifesaver. If it weren't for Life Alert, I wouldn't be sitting here today.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-652-3012. That's 1-800-652-3012. Call now 1-800-652-3012. For a free brochure, call 1-800-652-3012.
Join us for Sarasota Opera's 2017 Winter Festival, opening February 11th. Featuring Puccini's most famous opera, Madame Butterfly, Rossini's delightful comedy, The Italian Girl in Algiers, Poulenc's heartbreaking Dialogues of the Carmelites, and the medieval thriller, The Love of Three Kings by Italo Montemezzi. Tickets are on sale now. Call 941-328-1300 or visit sarasotaopera.org.
Gold fever is at an all-time high in the Sunshine State. With the new Gold Rush Doubler family of scratch-off games, everyone is rushing to Florida to strike it doubly rich. With over $1 billion in total cash prizes, the Florida Gold Rush is on. The Florida Lottery. Just imagine.
Go ahead. Make a fashion statement. Demand something more than just ordinary. Capture elegance in every turn and drive with flair. Where beautiful styling is standard. Stop in and take a test drive. I'll guarantee you'll never go back to plain vanilla again. The all-new 2017 Fiat 500, starting at $14,999. Only at Sunset Fiat in Sarasota.
There's a whole new way to bank with Achieva Checking Plus. You get new features like full ID theft protection, and that's good to know. Discover all the benefits at achievacu.com. Achieva, banking for good. Achieva Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA.
Now, sports.
Spring training camps opening today across the Suncoast. Pitchers and catchers are required to report by today, but many of the position players are already here for camp as well. Today's workouts were very casual, just some easy throws back and forth, but things will ramp up tomorrow. The Orioles lost in the American League wildcard game last season. The team also lost catcher Matt Wieters to free agency. That means new opportunities for younger players. Orioles manager Buck Showalter calls this a fun time of year.
I think early in the spring when nobody's going to be cut and everybody's getting here, haven't seen each other for a while, and you can tell it's a close group, and there's not that pressure. The early workouts, the things that are going on, I miss them. I'm looking forward to. I've already seen. We got about 3/4 of our roster here right now, but it's a real tribute to the facility and how much people like to come here and work.
The Orioles' first game at Ed Smith Stadium is Sunday, February 26th. Same drill for the Pittsburgh Pirates at Pirate City in Bradenton. Today was reporting day for pitchers and catchers, and they'll have their first official workout tomorrow. The first full squad workout will be this Friday. The Tampa Bay Rays are getting ready for spring training in Port Charlotte. The team is ramping up for pitchers and catchers workout tomorrow. Full squad workouts begin this weekend. The senior vice president of baseball operations says that they're happy with the roster for the upcoming season, but there's always room for improvement.
Well, we feel we are going to be able to put a competitive team on the field right now. So you'd always like to, get as much talent through the draft, as much talent internationally, as much talent through your development system as possible. That's never going to change. And however much you get, you're always going to want to get more.
The Rays' first spring training game is next Friday against the Minnesota Twins in Fort Myers. Pitcher Jake Odorizzi and the Rays have gone to salary arbitration. Eligible for arbitration for the first time, Odorizzi asked for 3 arbitrators for a raise from $521,000 to $4.1 million. The Rays argued during today's hearing that he should be paid $3.8 million. Odorizzi was 10-6 with a .369 earned run average last year, his third full season with the Rays. A decision won't be issued until all cases involving first-time eligible starting pitchers are completed. That's a look at sports. We'll have our lotto numbers straight ahead.
Tomorrow at 5 on ABC7, your Suncoast News.
How where you live affects your personality. We'll have the details in Health Smart.
Tomorrow at 5 on ABC7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you. ABC7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
As your agent, I care about what you care about, so I will take the time to help you through the process to find your dream home. Customer service is just another way to say I care about my customers. When you are buying or selling a home, you deserve special attention because it's a big decision. You should not feel rushed. I'm Jackie Evinia, agent with SWC Properties. I'm here to help you. Estoy aquí para ayudarles.
Are you paying too much for your cable or satellite TV? The U.S. government passed a bill mandating free over-the-air digital transmission of all broadcast network television channels. That means with the new TV Freeway digital antenna, you can get free HD programming from your favorite broadcast networks 24/7 without a bill. You just plug it into the back of your TV and start watching all of your favorite broadcast programs for free. There are no contracts to sign, no hidden fees, and no monthly fees. Just free HD broadcast TV. Take it with you anywhere. Call or go online now to get your TV Freeway stick for the incredibly low price of only $14.99. But wait, call or click now and you can get a second TV Freeway stick for a second TV. Just pay a separate fee, but you have to order right now.
Call 1-800-809-5196 to get your TV Freeway. Call now or go to tvfreeway.com. So call 1-800-809-5196. This offer's not in any store. Call now.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Look, I'm not an ideologue. I am an originalist.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
A Sarasota woman is celebrating more than a century of life.
Okay, now blow out the candles.
Virginia Blake is celebrating her 103rd birthday. She lives at the Fountains at Lake Point Woods, and today residents and staff honored her life by hand delivering 103 roses to her apartment. Virginia still lives an active and vibrant life. We're told she loves any activity that involves music and dressing up. She also loves kind people and sending out a positive message to everyone she meets.
I think it's better to be kind to people than always, criticizing them. And I don't like to see people that have to put up with that.
Virginia's advice for living a long and happy life: don't worry, it will either be or it won't be. Good point. Happy birthday. An Illinois classroom is making a difference in the community one stitch at a time. Students at the Maria Montessori School have been staying inside for recess because it's been winter and it's been very cold, so they've been crocheting scarves instead. The beautiful accessories are going to Remedies in Rockford, which provides services to domestic violence victims. Remedies will pick up the scarves next week and then hand them out at the shelter. They did a great job.
Yeah.
The best part is they'll be able to continue this what do you call it? Why am I missing the word here? Not habit, this hobby for a long time, and they can, you know.
Yeah, during the winter months, it's not a bad idea. Yes.
I didn't even think about that. When you live up north, it's hard to really participate in recess.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I didn't like that at all. I like the snow days, so those are always fun.
Right, those are when you get to stay home
and
sled and everything. Yeah. Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow.